you put $10,000 into the stock market, you might see a 7 to 10% return each year. But if you put that same $10,000 into developing your skills, mindset, and network, the ROI could be exponential. The best investment you can make, it's in you. Let's talk about why. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Own the Exit. I am your co-host here, Aaron Leatherdale. I've got an exciting thing I want to talk through and share with you guys today. Everyone's looking for the next great investment, right? Real estate, stocks, crypto. But the smartest investors know that before you can multiply your money, you need to multiply yourself, because your business, career, your wealth will never outgrow you. Today, we're breaking down why investing in yourself is the highest leverage strategy you can adopt. So most people chase financial investments while neglecting themselves. It's a common mindset trap. I'll invest in myself once I make a lot of money. But the reality here is the biggest returns come from upgrading your knowledge, your skills, your relationship before the big opportunities show up. So much of business, so much of money attraction, so much of success with people, and so much of success with business is our mindsets, right? It's our minds and it's our soft skills, and then it's our areas of expertise that we then develop. And those are things where you have to develop into yourself. You have to take the time, the energy, the financial investment to develop those things. And then the byproduct of those are the external things, the investing, the business success, and things like that. The people who dominate in business and investing, they're not necessarily the smartest. They're just the ones who never stop growing. So here's 3 kind of high return on investment, ROI, ways to invest in yourself. So there's education and skills development. So this is reading, right? Reading is phenomenal. You guys know this, obviously. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and the author was talking about it usually takes about 2 years to write a book. 2 years. So basically for $7 or $8, you're getting 2 years of someone's blood, sweat, and tears, and that area of expertise that they have that you can pick up in an hour or 2 hours. You can read it and you can glean from them. You can glean from their years or maybe decades of experience, right? So that's something that's just anybody can do that. So reading is just a huge way to invest in yourself, but it takes time. And a lot of us were like, I'm too busy. I'm just working. I'm doing this, especially us as entrepreneurs. But by taking that time to dial down, do some reading. Another thing is mentorships. Another thing is masterminds. Another thing, connecting through some of these online different courses or trainings. As you consistently are investing in your mind and your thinking that way, it's huge return on investment, because those things then translate into your work, and the way you make decisions and little things and little ideas, it sparks things. And so obviously you guys know this, but this is just a huge reminder. And I'm actually speaking to myself too, setting aside time to read and to learn and to grow my knowledge. Number 2, networking. You've all heard the cheesy statement, your network is your net worth, right? It's true though. With all the people, everyone that you meet, they know more people and they can open up more doors. And then those people know more people. I know a guy, his name's Micah. He's like the craziest networker. He works for this construction company that I work with. His goal is 7 networking meetups weekly. He does 365 a year. He's like a monster. Like if you go on LinkedIn, you'll see him like he's up in Omaha and then he's down in Arkansas, and he's always smiling right in the middle, like with all, and like his basically full-time job is just networking. And he's the guy where it's like, hey, do you know that guy? And he's like, yeah, I know. And then he gives the business card, and then maybe he gets a fee for a referral or there. And he's just always just working all those networking relationships. And it's awesome. I think of something that I'm reminded right now of in the ancient Hebrew world. Basically, when you said that somebody was wise, it meant that they had a lot of relationships. Now, when we think wise, we're like, oh, you have a lot of knowledge. But then it was like, no, it was like the depth of your relationships and the network of people that you knew was wisdom. And I think that sometimes we've lost a little bit, where it's just so fast paced and everything. Networking is a huge return on investment. And a lot of times you get a free drink or a free meal out of it too. Hey, can't complain. Number 3, mental and physical resilience. So high performers invest in their mindset, their health, their discipline. You can't execute big goals if you're constantly running on empty. Again, I'm preaching to myself here, because it's easy to get up early and stay up late, right? When you're an entrepreneur and you skip your time at the gym, or you don't take a vacation, or you don't take a break for hobbies or for mental health because you're too busy working and stuff like that. But From a long-term standpoint, you're going to have a better return on investment by the self-care, right? It's the idea of investing in yourself, having that peace, having that stability. I was going to say balance. I don't really like the word balance because I feel like there are different seasons where things are out of balance, and that's normal. But just having some focus on yourself, on things that you enjoy, on things that bring you joy is a way to invest in yourself, which actually is going to translate into achieving big goals. And so a couple examples from my own life. These are just simple things that we can all do, but I joined a mastermind and they had a meetup. And so I had to get on a plane and fly. And I'm thinking, I don't want to go there. It's in the other side of the country. I don't have time to go meet people. Like, I'm too busy working. It's a silly thought because all of these people are working in the same industry as me and can unlock opportunities and get ideas, bounce back and forth and everything. But by going to that, like, it cost money, right? It was a financial investment. And to me, a lot of things that to me is the time investment. The money part is, that hurts, but the time is always where I personally am like it causes me the most stress. Was trying to fit everything in the hours that I have. And so I'm thinking, I don't want to make this investment. But anyways, that unlocked like some really cool relationships. And there was something I was actually struggling with in a construction company that I started, processes and stuff like that. And this guy had already done that. He lives out in LA. He's got a construction division in two different, like Florida and like Ohio, different, like everything's remote. He's out in LA. He's got VAs all in the Philippines that are doing all the invoicing, and he's got this whole thing set up. And I'm like, man, that's so cool. Like, some of the things that he had built and learned through that process, I was able to apply. And then I was like, man, I just got ahead. Like, I probably saved $10,000 because whatever the number is, but it was just thinking through, like, taking the principles that he had learned. By going to that networking event, I was investing in myself because I was investing in relationships and I was interacting with people that are on a similar journey as me that could help me. And so I still stay in touch with the guy. I think we're in the group together still, and we've chatted on the phone outside of the group. And so it's been a cool relationship that's developed. And so another just example is we have basically a development team for some of our ground up multifamily. We're build apartments and stuff like that. So I've got this guy he's a very high caliber person who we've basically been paying him on retainer. And it's, man, you're paying him so much money. You're paying him even when stuff's not being built, and even with very long timelines of stuff, like, he's still on the clock, even though he's not necessarily hour for hour doing that work because it's more of a flat fee arrangement. But part of that is like investing in that person has unlocked a lot of cool other relationships. He's introduced me to investors that have invested over almost $1 million into real estate deals. When it's by me investing into him, and it's by me, again, it comes down to that networking piece of adding value to him. It's, hey, financially, does that make sense? It's, yeah, it does, because he's introducing me to people. He opened up some doors to banks, and he's just been doing this for a long time. And so that's that whole idea of that networking. The phrase or the saying is, everything you need, someone else has it. And so that's why networking is so important, because everyone has what you need, because it comes through someone. And so these are just lessons. Every major business breakthrough comes through leveling up. And I think of the quote, they say it was like Abraham Lincoln or something. I don't know if it actually was. If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 hours sharpening my axe. And I think that's the idea of investing in yourself and your mind and your skills versus just like working just stupidly with brute force, with a dull axe, and just being like, I'm just going to work. And actually, it would be easier if you actually just invested in yourself, right? In some of these things, this education, this networking, the skills development, the mental health, the things we were talking about on this podcast. And so I want to challenge you, upgrade yourself. The opportunities, the wealth, the freedom will follow. What's the best investment you've made in yourself? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear about it. And if you're serious about leveling up, check out my other episodes on building real wealth through smart investments. See you there.